Hey Jesus Gang, it is Preacher Pete, and we're back at it with another devotional. Today we're going to be talking about um, trusting God's process, the process. So, oftentimes we think that we know what God's doing. We think we understand everything that's going on. And for me, it was these last couple months for me have been a huge breakthrough month for me. Not in the way that I thought it would be, but I'll definitely say that I've grown so much. I have grown so much. And, when we follow God, we think about what we think about. And what I mean by that is in our head, we envision what God wants for us. And that's not always the case. For me, it's been a wild ride this last year, and I'm sure you have gone through your fair share. But God wants you to trust Him in every circumstance. God wants you to trust Him when you're in your highs and you're in your lows. And when God doesn't give you what you wanted, that doesn't mean that He didn't hear you. God's testing your character and your heart because it's a process. Just this last year, I couldn't eat the food that I wanted to. I would literally go into a shock. And if you ever told me as a southern man that I wouldn't be drinking sweet tea or eating Chick-fil-A, I would call you crazy. But it's been a whole year since I haven't had either one of them. And to get to that point, in the story with Joseph had this dream that he was going to be great one day, right? From God. Vision, whatever it may be. And his brothers got jealous over him. They threw him in a well. They sold him into slavery. And Joseph ended up going to one of the hierarchy's houses to be a servant. And he was great. He was killing it. He was the best servant. He was good looking. But he was doing great. And I'm sure at that moment, Joseph was thinking to God, this is what you meant. I'm doing really good for myself right now, right? And then when Joseph's master left one day, the wife wanted Joseph, and Joseph was like, no, I'm going to be obedient to the person who provides for me. And just in that itself, I think that showed a lot on Joseph's character. And I think that we are the Joseph in our life sometimes. We are the person that it's really easy, when you're following God, it's really easy for the enemy to come. It's really easy for things to come and go in your life. But especially when you're chasing God, the noise might get louder from the enemy. And Joseph opposed them. You have probably been through similar situations, so if there's noise going in your life, but you know that you're following God, you're like, I don't understand what's going on. I want you to pray today. And we're going to pray for that later, but I really do want you to start getting closer to God and realize in this situation, this does not define me. This does not define our relationship. This does not define my faith. God, you are with me. So within this story, Joseph is trusting the process. He is killing it right. He's living good. And then the wife wants to sleep with Joseph and he denies her. So then she grabs his robe when he runs away and she lies to the master. And so Joseph ends up going to jail. This master wanted to freaking kill him. And in this story, Joseph found favor in the prison with people. And people knew his name. He just made connections. And so after this, someone got out of the jail that knew Joseph, and then he was able to decipher dreams of Pharaoh. And Pharaoh, right? That's like the president of the United States, right? Someone in power. And so Pharaoh Joseph prayed, and God was able to help him discern Pharaoh's dreams, and after that, Pharaoh seeks favor because Joseph saved them. Really, God saved them from famine, but Joseph's obedience saved his life. It pushed him to a position that God always promised him. Now, in our life, talking about trusting the process, we can sit there and say, God, you promised me this and I'm not here yet. I'm not where you wanted me to be. But we need to realize that it's exactly what I just said. We're not here yet. Your story is not finished. The process is not done. Sometimes God will put you in a situation that you don't want to be in, or you don't believe that you should be in, just to test you, just to test your heart. There's only one thing God cares about. It's a relationship with you. That is the most important thing. Because if you have a relationship with God, everything in that Bible makes sense. Everything. Living by the Word, fruits of the spirits, making good decisions, giving to the poor, whatever it may be. So I think that God actually wants you to be the best version of yourself. I actually don't think that I know that. Personally, from my life experiences last year, I know that God wants the best for me. And so this valley that you're in, or this situation that you don't know why God brought you here, you don't have to understand it. You just have to put your head down and you just have to work it. You just have to give it as much as you can. Right? And sometimes we can't give 100%. Sometimes our mind quits on us. Sometimes our body quits on us. Right? And I will always motivate you guys. I will always say, there's someone that they didn't get the chance to wake up today. And they didn't. I got to see it firsthand this year. There's a reason why God put me in hospitals. Not only with me, but my dad. There's a reason for that. And He taught me, even though I didn't want to be there and it was a tough situation, He taught me that some people don't get to wake up. Some people that we went to that hospital that week, by the end of it, they weren't there. God has a process for your blessing. He wants to bless you. But you have to be willing and able to follow Him. God is not a fake God. Jesus is the most healthiest human being that we have ever, in the history of ever had. And, He's God the Son. We all understand that. But what I'm trying to say is when you live like God and you have a relationship with Him, you'll be a better friend. You'll be a better coworker. You'll be a better salesperson. You'll be a better gym person. You'll be pushing yourself as hard as you can go every day because you know that God has your back. And when you walk into rooms and you know that God is with you, I'm going to let you know. If God is with you, no one can be against you. That's the energy you bring to that room. And that's what people read and they can't understand it. They're like, this person has delusional confidence. This person just knows what they're doing in life. And the fact is, you don't know what you're doing in life, but God does. And the sooner you figure that out, the more peace you'll have. Because the problems won't go away. There's always going to be problems. The situations won't go away. There's always going to be situations. But there's one thing I will always have, and that's God and my peace. So today, I'm going to leave you with trust the process. We're going to say a quick prayer. I hope you guys like the studio. It's a new thing for me. I'm trying to try for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. This is going to be a regular thing for me. But yeah, I'm so grateful for you. I just want to let you know that we have been through some dips and some peaks in this ministry. And you guys are so consistent when I'm not. I just want you to know that if you're watching right now, there's a lot of you that kept me going. So I just wanted to leave you with that. If you guys like that, just hit the thumbs up thing. And if you specifically have something that you were thinking about, just shoot it to me in the comments. But yeah, just want to let y'all know I'm so grateful for each and every one of you.